What is going on, everybody? We just can't win them all, and that's what happened here tonight. I'm alongside my man Europol, Dave Yarnold, and guys, that's just what it is. We just cannot win them all after a great comeback win yesterday. Tonight, a little bit of a different story with the offense only mustered up one run and really three hits on the night and nothing. To me, this team didn't look like they were out of sync. They just bottom, from seventh to ninth innings. I just saw a team that's swinging for the fences. I mean, there was stuff that was in the ground. I mean, Brendan Marsh. I mean, I got a 5-year-old here that knows better not to swing at a ball that's at your nose, and this guy's swinging at just at whatever. I mean, this was just terrible from top to bottom. Dave, I'll get your opinions, but before we do that, Dave, already my man Star Wars chiming in and goes, "This was just terrible," and it was Star Wars. It was a terrible night. So what do you got, Dave? What's your takeaways from the offense?
Well, from the third inning on, they were done. I mean, what do you call it? Turner hit the home run. You thought maybe that was a spark. Up 1-0. You're thinking, okay, here we go again. Get the team going, and all of a sudden, bats went silent after that. I mean, nothing actually was good after that. I mean, a couple maybe a hit here and there, but nothing to brag about. But like I said, tonight was not their night. Bats were silent. It happens. You go through games like that. They're not going to win them all. We all know that. That's not, there's 162 of these games. You're not going to win all of them, So since they had the stuff tonight. Tonight was their night. They take the middle game in the series, and just try to come back tomorrow and hope the bats can wake up, and we'll see what happens. But kudos to Chase Burns tonight. That kid was really good. 9 Ks. He pitched a really good game tonight, and 9 strikeouts, and can't ask for more than that. And the kid had, like I said, he was 5-1 coming into this game, and his ERA was over 1, I believe, or 1 or 2, something in that area. So kudos to him. Cincinnati, Terry Francona knows his way around this stadium because he's been here before. He was the Phillies manager back in the day. So kudos to Cincinnati tonight. Tonight was their night. More I can say. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, Cosmo's chiming in. He goes, without Kyle, the Phil's confidence is not the same. And that's true. Yeah, without Kyle Schwarber in there, the confidence ain't the same.
Well, that you can say that too, but who's to say he wasn't hitting the ball before so who's to say? You never know.
Yeah, Cosmo says, I hope Bro is back tomorrow. Hey, listen.
He was on the bench tonight, so.
Yeah, he was.
Which was a good thing. Same thing, Paul. I mean, what can you take away from this offense tonight?
Yeah, dude, like 1 home run from from Turner, and then the two other hits are from the guys that have been struggling are now doing well, and then no hits from nobody else, right? The hits were from Bohm and Stott, and Harper again over 3 or 4, and then nothing from Garcia as usual. Same thing.
And that's just seems like, towards the end of the game, Donnie Baseball was just emptying out the whole entire dugout. I mean, he threw Otto Kemp up there. He was throwing anything that he just trying to get something rocking and rolling and
right.
Nothing.
But I was just about to say something, though. Right. So in the 8th inning, we're down, right? And then you pull Crawford for a 0.91 hitter, right? And then the next hitter is batted 0.86. Where's the comeback coming from?
I keep telling you guys, if I have to see Otto Kemp one more time, I'm going to scream. I'm sick of this guy. I can't take. I said that to you the other day. Otto Kemp why is he here? What is the point? I don't get it.
I mean, if that doesn't scream mounting a comeback with those 2 guys, 2 automatic outs, I don't know what does.
Are you kidding me right now? Come on.
It's bad. Again, like Dave says, the experiment for Otto Kemp seems to be not working right now. I mean, hey, listen, like me and Paul were talking about, this is a guy who just went undrafted, and they have for some reason
12 rounds, and no one won them, and he's playing for the Phillies.
But let's bring him back up to the roster and see what he can do. Come on.
It sounds like desperation mode at this point. I mean,
it really is because there's no one else out there.
Yeah, you don't try. The utility players on this team are not good enough. And like I said, Garcia, I mean, thank gosh he showed you why he plays the outfield. He made that one play that was only, towards the track a little bit to the right
That didn't
field.
make sense to me, Pat. Honestly, I don't know why he caught that ball. There was no reason for that.
Yeah, he should have dropped it. That's foul
He
ground.
should let it go because it was a sacrifice, a run scored. What was the point of that? It didn't make sense.
Sloppy defense tonight too.
Just let it go foul and give yourself a second chance.
That should have been out at first base and the one covering with Harper there.
I was behind him.
There was a
no. Well, yeah, but the other one where it was like a ground ball and no one came running over to second. Stott and Harper both went for the ball, and no one was on first base to get the out. So
that's right. I forgot about that play. Right. Okay. Gotcha.
I think if I recall, I think that could have limited some of the damage too, right? But still, one run, whatever.
Yeah, and I think you're right too, Paul. I mean, there was a couple defense deficiencies, on the infield. Like there was a couple. I think Bohm came up with a drop ball. Obviously the one that really hurt. I mean, Sosa made a great play, at shortstop, and then they try, Harper tried to get one back to Marchand, but his foot came off the home plate bag and missed it, and what led to the demise. What got them the 4-1,
and then the one off of Crawford's glove too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that right. The one off of Crawford, that was the one that hurt. It sucks, man. It sucks having one of these bad defensive games.
It's going to happen. You're going to see that from time to time, especially in these games. But my key was Burns, who pitched a great game tonight, but he did get pegged by Harper, which was kind of a line drive up the middle, leg type deal. But he did make the play. Then he went to the dugout. I was like, all right, I'm done. So one of those things.
Yeah, and like I said, though, getting back to the offense, though, just like I said, just not a great night for your Fighting Phils tonight. Just unfortunately, just couldn't come up with the win. They take a big loss tonight, and like I said, you guys, we just mentioned it. You're not going to win them all. You're going to have these kind of games where you're kind of scratch your head because there was opportunities for this team to win, especially on defense, and they made some bloopers. And that's what it came down to, just the bloopers that could have just been fixed. So kind of go over the Phillies numbers right now, what they did. Turner won obviously Turner had the big home run there in the third, which kind of helped this team. Kind of actually set the tone of this game, but then the Reds had two sacrifices, and then the bullpen just walked a bunch of people and then screwed everything up. But Harper goes 0 for 4 tonight, 2 strikeouts. Bohm 1 for 3, Marsh 0 for 3, Garcia 0 for 3, Stott 1 for 3, and Sosa 0 for 3, Crawford 0 for 2, Camp had 1 plant, and Marchand 0 for 3. So
Sosa's been disappointing this year too. How he was on the bench last year, he's having a bad year too, man.
And you're absolutely right about that, Paul. There was times where he was like a plug and play guy. He wasn't ever an everyday player guy, but when he came off the bench, he brought some kind of spark. He was, but now he's getting more time to play, and he's struggling with his opportunity at the plate. I don't understand. He's big time struggling. Yeah,
Edmundo's definitely struggling. I don't know what's going on with him. But he's done that in the past. If you guys remember, he's streaky. He's a streaky player. Sometimes he'll have great games. He'll have 5-6 games. Then he'll go cold for like 6 or 7. So you get
that's the whole Phillies lineup pretty much.
Right. You take the good with the bad with Edmundo.
You just described the full Phillies lineup, yes.
Well, yeah, I did. But Edmundo is that kind of player. He's a streaky guy.
Yeah, he's got more streaks in my underwear right now. But
that's hard to do, man.
That's something that we don't need to know.
Oh, all right. Well, I figured I'd throw it out there. But listen, let's get into the pitching matchups here. We're talking about Chase Burns, who had a sensational game, really dominated with the fastball. I mean, he was really on point with it, whether it was low, but he was really tattooing. How these guys fishing a lot. Jose Luzardo didn't pitch bad. He had 5 Ks, but he gave up 5 hits. A couple of runs were in mix up in there, so he didn't play that bad. It was just the bullpen, and the Phillies bullpen
again. Yeah,
Tanner Banks throwing the pitches all over the place. And terrible command. It just
didn't cover first base.
Nope.
He was late. He was late to first base, and
definitely.
Yeah, and then error from Harper. Yeah.
Oh, the throw was behind him too. It wasn't.
With the spin.
Yeah.
He had to spin. You had Bolin. You only had one.
Our best pitcher is Sugar, right?
Yeah, Sugar.
Yeah, Sugar.
He's supposed to get
I
Sugar.
forgot about him, to be honest with you. I forgot he was in there.
Yeah.
He had 3 Ks on the night. Sugar had pretty decent. He had a decent game, but but he also gave up a walk, and so did Bolin, and Banks just stinks, and he couldn't. He was terrible at the strike zone. Oh my gosh, where Burns just did. He was a one-man wrecking crew with 9 Ks, 9 Ks with
9
this cat.
Ks.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember there was one specific bat that I was watching. I think he had a 3-0 count. I think it was on. I want to say Turner or whoever it was. He came back and he 3 straight strikes, and next thing you know, 3-2 count. And it was like, wow, where did this guy come from? He couldn't work a walk or anything like that, but the kid's got stuff.
He does got some stuff. Chase Burns, I mean, you heard him. I mean, he's usually a problem. And like I said, other than the one, I think it was I believe the pitch was inside that Turner hit off of that went deep to left. But outside of that, I mean, he was pretty much on point. It was just lacing him. And I saw Stott swinging at stuff that was low. I saw, like I said, Marsh swinging at things are way out of the strike zone. Like Crocker made a couple of comments about it too. He's like, it's way up high. Why are we swinging? And that's why I just shook my head. And another guy, I look at him like I look at Sosa. I know, but he is an everyday player though. But I'm like, there's how'd you go on that 10-game hitting streak when you're making it childish fundamental stuff like this? I mean, it's just unreal.
I mean, and the thing is too. I mean, you're not getting any assistance by any of your players, especially dude Garcia. Come on, man. I mean, give me a break. I mean, as bad as as much as we thought that going into the season, oh man, Garcia is going to be the guy. He's this. I mean, his defense has been outstanding, but he's not hitting anything. I mean,
no,
his bat is absolute trash. I mean,
I can't see him being up in this lineup anymore. He's got to look at Piggyland. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I know we brought him in, but how do you bring a guy in here who constantly just strikes out? I mean, he brings I mean, the only time he gets on play if he gets hit with a ball. I mean, that's the only time he gets on first base.
He's making contact at times, but what he does is to right field. It's a fly ball. It's nothing to brag about.
But yeah, I mean, he looks to be. I mean, and Sosa's not your everyday player. He looks to be your biggest weakness on this team. He looks like an automatic out. I mean, and
he's your 5 hitter. You don't want. I mean, that's just not right. I mean, think about it.
No, you're right, Dave. He should be bumped down. He should. Why haven't switched spots with him and Crawford by now?
I've been waiting for Mattingly to put him back down in the lineup, but he's not doing it. I don't know why.
That's too much a pressure spot right there.
Well, I guess because of the 9-hole hitter to turn it over to the top of the lineup, because Crawford can't get on base. I guess that's the reason. But
then move Stott to 5. I mean,
something. Yeah, I mean,
you got to jig around this offense a little bit
because he's way too high in the lineup, man.
He is, but he's producing nothing. I mean, I remember not too long ago. I mean, they got on Rojas because Rojas couldn't hit. Rojas couldn't hit. I mean, he had a incredible defense. He had speed. He could base steal and all that, but we bumped him out of here because he couldn't. He just could. He stunk at the plate, and that's what I'm seeing out of Sosa.
Don't worry, Pat. 30 more games and he'll be back up.
he might take. He might take.
80 game suspension.
Only 30. That's it.
Good Lord, he gets a part of this.
The way this is going, I'm sure he's gonna get a look.
Yeah, definitely.
Paul, you're on the side with that. Yeah, he might definitely get a look at the way that things are penetrating with this team. My Lord.
I would give kudos to the Reds bullpen tonight. They were hot. They were actually good tonight.
The closer looked good too. The closer looked
good. He did. He looked real good. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was solid. And like I said, he has some stuff. I mean, and again, stuff out of the strike zone. And I'm just sitting there looking at our batters like, what are you guys doing? What in the world are you guys doing to just swing at anything? Just you're swinging for the fences and you're just hoping to make contact. And again, it all goes to Harper. We've seen it. One guy can't hit, the whole team can't hit. They all
right. I never understood. I really don't understand that. I really don't.
You know what I mean?
Hitting's contagious, Paul. It does. It's very contagious. If one guy starts going, another guy starts going. But one guy gets bad, he may do something. Another guy just, it's just
crazy,
it's the effect. It
It's
happens.
crazy to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just wild how things are playing out right now. Let's go around the MLB scoreboard to see what in the world is going on outside of our little domain. Of course, the Detroit Tigers lose tonight. They lost 4-3 to the Guardians. Of course, the Phillies lose 4-1 at home to the Reds. You had the Tampa Bay Rays win 4-1 against the Orioles. You are having the Braves who won 8-4 over the Marlins. That doesn't help.
Oh my God, the 12-0 streak bet nothing, right? So they're back 8-4. Come on, man.
We lost our game ahead in the standings now. Now it's back
Yeah,
to
exactly.
right.
Right, exactly.
back to
Right.
9.
Atlanta's back.
Atlanta's back. They're back. The Nationals are winning right now. End of the 7th. They're winning 9-6 over the Mets. You have the Yankees winning 5-3 over the Blue Jays. You have the Royals losing right now, top of the 7th to the Red Sox. You have the Astros, bottom of the 8th, winning 2-1 over the Twins. You have the Brewers winning 3-0 over the Cubbies. The Pirates are losing right now, top of the 7th to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Texas Rangers are winning big time right now, 5-0 over the Colorado Rockies. The A's and the Angels will go lock up little at 9:30, and the White Sox and Mariners are going to lock up soon as well at 9:40, and then Dodgers and Padres at 9:40, and 9:40 is Giants and Diamondbacks. So you have a lot going on. We got Star Shooter says Dodgers better, all right, better than the Phillies. What are we talking about? Better? Are they better? Yeah. I mean,
Dodgers are better than Phillies. That's a given.
Thanks for pointing that out there, Star Troopers. That Dodgers are better. Thanks. Are you chiming in from LA? So
Could be.
Could be. I mean, I've had Padres fans hit me up in the middle of the night, so it won't be the first rodeo.
Oh, kudos to the Padres this year. I mean, they did win 1-0. I mean, they did beat the Dodgers 1-0 last night.
I just can't stand that ugly brown UPS uniform of theirs. That thing, that hideous jersey, whole uniform needs a roll. Right. But yeah, so you have that going on right now. Again, the Phillies lose 4-1. The offense just couldn't get anything going. Again, you kind of leave Lazardo. Had seemed like an okay game. It seems like his typical normal night of a performance. Just
still. I mean, you only gave up 2 runs. I mean, that's a quality start. I mean.
Right.
Yeah, only 1 run.
2 runs with the run support, so you can't blame him,
You're right.
How you feeling about tomorrow? Home run Nola pitching tomorrow.
I thought
How you feeling about this?
Oh, it is Nola tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, home run Nola, yeah.
Home run Nola. Oh, right.
9
give me about 2 innings.
I'll give him 5 innings.
Right. I'm all
give
for
up 3.
Just watch Noah get thumped.
3 or 4.
I'm going to go out here and say Dela Cruz is going to hit a home run tomorrow against them.
Now watch. We'll say this. He'll pitch a great game tomorrow. He'll go 8 innings.
Whatever works.
If he puts up 8K, I might have to just shave my entire face in my head. Just completely bald. Just balded for the 2 months. I mean, that guy, if he could put up 8Ks, like if he has like a complete game or whatever, a complete shutout, I might just have to. Something's going to have to get paid.
You never know with Nola, though. Don't know. Sometimes he surprises you. I mean, sometimes he could throw it 7, 8 in a game and give you 9 Ks. I mean, he's just.
And it's going to be warm out too, right? So that's what he likes. So
that's just true.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an early game tomorrow too. It's 1:40.
105, I think it is 110 or something like that.
Okay.
Wow, we got a 1:00er. So the Phillies are right now 25-24, 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. Wow, geez. So there you have it. So the Phillies could be playing a little bit better, but again. They're above 500. They're only 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. I know.
Oh, it's 3.5. Wow, they're only 3.5 out. Well, I thought it was more than that.
3.5 games out. How about that? What's going on, Gonzalo, my man? But But yeah, so you have that going on. The Phillies, have that. All right, it's just about that time. Dave, let me get your grades of the game.
Oh, great. Tonight, C minus.
You're
At
going to get a
best.
C minus.
C minus. Yeah, tonight offense wasn't producing at all. No run support for Luzardo at all. Turner set the tone with the 1-0. You thought maybe they were going to do something, but they actually didn't. Marshawn, he can go for all I care. I liked him. I still do. I still back him up, but he's not showing me anything that I want to see. And no JT tonight, no Schwarber tonight. So offense, let's stall with those two out of the lineup. But you see that how that happens. But then again, I mean, kudos to like I said, kudos to Burns. Pitched a great game, 9 Ks, can't more than that. So like I said, Cincinnati comes in, steals game 2 of the series. I'll give the Phillies C minus this game.
You're going to go C minus. Paul, where are you going?
I'm going with a big old D. And it's not an F only because at least Luzardo kept us in the game in a winnable situation. Give up 2 runs, your starter for 6 innings. You should have a good chance to win. So that's the only reason why we have a D.
I think I'm with you. I think a D is fair to give this team. Lazard did okay. There was plenty of opportunities, but we know where everything fell off of. We know that they fell off with the pitching, the infield defense. The bullpen was sloppy. Everything was sloppy from head to toe with this team.
Dude, we only had two runners left on base. That tells you right there.
Yeah,
one walk.
Yep.
And 2 runners left on base. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 runs on base. Absolutely. So Plicken says, yes, I was. Thank you. Yeah, I don't understand. So again, you have, this team just could have. Like I said, I don't expect you to win, but just the way they played tonight was just sloppy. I mean, infield defense, there was a big question marks. There was a lot. There was a lot going on. A lot going on wrong and long. I mean, you had the defense. You had just guys couldn't connect and couldn't hit.
Well, if you think about it too, Pat, not to cut you off, but real quick, if you think about it, when Cincinnati had bases loaded and they only got like 2 runs out of the deal, I think it was. It could have been worse than what it was. Yeah, I mean, you think about it. I mean, it could have been like 6-1, 7, whatever it was. But I mean, to keep them to 2 runs and only lose 4-1 instead of like 6-1, 7-1. Yeah, that's why I gave the C minus. That's where my curve came through.
Yeah, and that too. I just remember, like I said, it just didn't like the energy was there, and maybe like one of the callers said, or one of the listeners said, maybe Schwarber just needs to be in that lineup. But still, I mean, you have that comeback, and these guys are showing who they are. It's also showing that he's getting more playing time. Maybe last year was a hiccup. Maybe he just needs. I don't know what's going on, and now for Don Malley, for him to pretty much empty up the entire dugout to see if he get any run support out of Kemp and this guy and that guy.
They don't have any reliable bench pieces anymore this year. It seems like
no.
Someone Slow Pickens says, if the Phils don't make the postseason, do you blow this team up? Yeah,
you kind of can't with contracts. You kind of can't.
Right. Like Dave says, you kind of can't right now. The contract
contract. You still have Harper's contract. Turner too. You can't blow it up. You just
no. You just got right now. You just gave Schwarber an extra.
And no matter how bad Nola pitches,
and even JT,
he signed a decent contract too. So no one's going to.
Even JT signed a big deal before the season. So
right. And no one's going to take on their contracts because of the ages and all that stuff. So we're stuck in limbo with them. I mean, literally, we have to try and finish this story because if not, I mean, by now, I don't think you're gonna you can't even put a color book to this story. But I don't know, man. It's wild. Like I said, they show you signs that they can play well, but it's these kind of nights, man. It's like.
You're going to get nights like these, though. That's going to happen. I mean,
you're facing a great pitcher. I didn't feel good about this game coming in because of
you and I both. I didn't either. No,
I didn't feel great about this one.
No, but I mean,
then when they said Schwarber was out again, I'm like,
yeah,
this doesn't feel like a win to me. But
nope, he must be really sick for him not to be playing 2 games in a row.
Yeah, well, he's in the dugout tonight, so. I think they said he might play tomorrow. Hopefully,
he could be thrown up in a dugout for all we know. I mean, I don't know.
Slow-mo Pickens says some guys would have to stay and you might have to eat some money, but we can't repeat the same. Yeah, but once you give them the big green, you've signed those big contracts. I mean, you got to think you're not going to have a training partner in the dance. You need to have a training partner that's going to want to eat that contract. Nobody's going to want it. Nobody.
Well, the one contract I think that's really hurting the Phillies right now is like definitely Aaron Nola. It's got to be.
Yeah, the Aaron Nola contract is definitely hurting.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dave. The Aaron Nola contract is crushing this team right now, and it sucks. I mean, we're stuck with Nola. We're stuck with a couple other people. So I mean, it sucks. It is what it is. I mean,
I would have rather kept Ranger than Nola.
South Philly Vince says, "What contract? We're talking about Nola's contract. What's that?"
I agree with that.
I would have rather kept Ranger than Nola, but hindsight's 2020.
Paul, I'll give you that, but here's the thing with Nola: he gives you innings. With Ranger,
he also leads the league in home runs given up every year.
Well, I give you that too, but with Ranger, you're getting it's an injury deal. You don't know what you're going to get with him.
At this point, I still would rather have him though.
That's a coin toss to me. I don't know. I mean,
I'm with it because there was times like again I would have had Ranger 4 years ago, but to me he was that one trick pony. He gets he gets hit in the throwing hand, and we know the story after that. He was never the same pitcher. We're not talking about Painter, South Philly Vince. He goes, let's put the brakes on Painter. Slow down. We're not even talking about it. He wasn't even on the hill.
Painter, he was on the hill.
He goes, I am. I know you're talking about Painter, but yet Painter was yesterday's conversation. We're talking about what happened today.
Painter.
Painter places after Nola, right? Yeah.
What do you have? Six innings all night? Gave up 6 innings. I think it was 2 runs. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 2 runs. Yep.
Okay.
And back-to-back good starts. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
He goes, Nola is what he is.
The next Cole Hamels, right? Hey, come on.
Yeah. It is weird because when you look at the Phillies farm system, they only had 2 decent pitchers that came out of there. You know what I mean? Like they did have Nola and they had Hamels too. That was about it. Slow picking because Painter isn't the reason that this team stinks. We know that they got bundles of issues. And then it says. And South Philly Vince says, don't expect a whole lot. No, you don't expect a whole lot. Definitely didn't expect a whole lot out of this team. You know what I mean? And you can't. There's just too many issues up and down.
They had a pretty good run. I mean, you went to Boston, you did well there. You went to Pittsburgh, you did well there. You're coming home. You split so far with Cincinnati. So it is what it is.
And you can still win the series.
They can still win the series.
Yeah. It's just. Stella Pickens says Harper.
In Paul's defense, it depends what Nolan you get.
Right. Stella Pickens.
I think it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, so hopefully we get the good Nola.
Hopefully.
Apparently, he hates pitching in cold weather. So,
but he does well. He's an afternoon pitcher, though. He does do well in afternoon games. I'll give him that.
Stella Pickens says Harper might have been the biggest hurt of this team. I don't know about that.
Harper?
I totally disagree on that one. You can't say that about Harper.
I think it's on this team right now is Garcia, if anybody.
Yeah, right. If Garcia needs to get out of here, anyone in this lineup that needs to get removed, that's going to be Garcia.
That's the one guy you really thought you were getting something that you're not getting anything right
now. South Philly Vince, can we stick to listen? Can we stick to the Phillies? Because want to talk contracts? Let's talk about that NB contract. Now that's a contract. Yeah, we could talk about that.
That just started a week ago. Come on.
Yeah. This city like I said to Joe the other day, I'm like, this city hands out ridiculous contracts to everybody.
They do.
It's ridiculous. They do.
It's horrible. It's terrible. Up to over 300 likes on the show already. Because no Phillies play 162. Really? Listen, no players play 162, but still, I mean.
Well, that's not true. Not true. Castellanos did last season. I think
Castellanos was an Iron Man last year. He did play on $162. But yeah, like I said, so let's get into it. Paul, give me your player of the game.
The Philly Fanatic.
Damn, you stole mine.
That's all. I know. Seriously, that's all I got, man.
I got somebody.
At least he showed up tonight, right? Entertained, right?
There you go.
Yes,
At
yes.
the game. I have nobody else. Maybe
He
Lozardo.
shows up. I mean, he shows up every night.
Lozardo, I guess.
All right, you go, Lizardo. I'm gonna go. Yeah, 15 young guys are throwing their shirts around and dancing in the rain.
You would.
I'm gonna go. I'll go. Gosh, it doesn't give me a whole lot. Turn for setting the tone. That's about it. Dave, where does that lead you?
Does it have to be a Philly or can it be anybody?
No, you at this point you could go Chase Brown.
That's what I was going to go. Chase Burns is my guy. 9 Ks tonight. Had a really good, I think 7 innings, I think it was. Pitched really well tonight. Had a good day. But Phillies wise, where do you go? I don't even know. I guess Luzardo. Anybody?
Sal Philly Vince agrees. He goes Burns was the player of the game.
Burns, definitely, without a doubt.
And Balagula, I don't know how to say your name. Thanks for over the 500 likes. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's I mean, it sucks, man. It was one of these games where you could have, they could have won. Obviously, just the mistakes came back and hurt this team, and it shows you one run. You can't rely on one run to bat you out of trouble. Not with that sloppy.
What 3 hits?
It makes last night's game comeback even more bigger now.
Yes,
right.
Because we've already lost a series already.
Yep.
Well, I'm already going to count the lost series with Nolan on the hill tomorrow. But we never know. We can never have somebody come back like we did in Pittsburgh. We never know. This team this offense have to probably tell themselves, we have to go bounce this guy out. You want facts? Come see me. I'm out, Patrick. Bye, South Philly Vince. Thanks for chiming in all the time. You're great. But yeah, let's get ready to wrap up the show here. Of course, this has been a great Phillies post-game show, the Bills and the Bats. I mean, like I said, guys, if you haven't done it yet, give my man Dave Arnold, give my man Paul a follow, like, and all that other stuff. Tomorrow, we'll discuss if we're going to be on there because it's a day game, and we have a 9 to 5 we have to tend to. So, but yeah, we'll discuss, guys. Thank you so much, and you guys take care. See you long. Bye-bye.
WKRP, Cincinnati.
Let's go Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes.
How they doing? Hey, what's the score?
It's halftime. They're up by like 2, I think.
Oh, Cleveland's up 2?
Sorry. No, sorry. It's 68-59 in a third, Cleveland.
Go.